Taking a look at the family tree may tell you more than you think. New research reveals the risk of breast cancer may be higher among women with a family history of prostate cancer. Scientists followed more than 78,000 women who did not have breast cancer at the beginning of the study. Those who had a father, brother, or son with a history of prostate cancer were 14% more likely to develop breast cancer than other women. A family history of both prostate and breast cancer was linked with a 78% increase in breast cancer risk. And many parents are curious about their children's genetics. They say they would want to know if their children are genetically predisposed to certain diseases. A University of Michigan survey of more than 2,000 people finds 58% of moms and dads would be interested in whole genome sequencing for their children. Mothers overall and those with young children who have health problems were most likely to want that kind of testing. A read of a person's DNA can reveal a genetic risk for some diseases, but doctors say it's unclear how the information would be used. Okay, it's normal to be nervous before a big test, but some students develop severe anxiety that can affect performance. Monica Robbins has some strategies to cope.
Chronic worriers and perfectionists tend to struggle with test anxiety more.
Because of the marketing of the test, they're more publicized. I think the uncertainty of the new testing standards and their implications for what they mean for graduation.
Test anxiety symptoms include butterflies or stomach ache, tension headache, feeling shaky or sweaty, and fear of passing out or throwing up. So how do you know if your child is struggling?
Your kid seems especially irritable, or if they're not sleeping, or maybe even not eating, or maybe overeating, procrastination, any change in behavior that's typical from what you normally see.
Teach your child relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, visualization, and positive thinking. Reduce stress at home by having no extra plans test week. Encourage good study habits so they're prepared. And mistakes will happen. Teach your child to accept and learn from them. Make sure they're getting enough sleep, exercise, and brain-boosting food. On exam day, consider protein-rich foods such as eggs, nuts, yogurt, or whole grain cereal with low-fat milk. Fresh fruit can help with energy and mental alertness. Avoid foods made of white flour and sugar, such as cookies, cakes, and muffins. And make sure to drink enough water before and during the exam. Dehydration can affect concentration.
And if it's going to be a long test, it might be a good idea to pack a snack such as trail mix or a protein bar. We'll check out your Monday evening forecast after this.